Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another Turtles movie review, everybody, and we're on the last and most current live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, everybody, and this one's TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. It is the sequel to the 2014 reboot TMNT movie, everybody. That's right. This movie has a different director. Dave Green, and Michael Bay was back once again to be an executive producer, or basically half direct and write the movie, because he was heavily involved with these movies. You can tell by the way that the movies were done, because they're similarly shot and everything to how the Transformers movies are, and he's just a producer on this supposedly, but the movies were shot very similar to how all of his Transformers movies were shot. So that's why I say in this review and the last review that he was more involved than just being a producer. So yes. And all of our cast is pretty much back. The only person that isn't back is Johnny Knoxville. He does not do the voice for Leo. The guy that actually physically did the whole suit capture thing actually voices Leo in this movie, and it's a little bit different, but he tried to mimic what Johnny Knoxville did, so it's a little different, but not that much. But all the same people that played Raph, Mikey, Donatello, they're all back for this sequel, so which is awesome. And they changed the look of the Turtles a little bit, like they made them look a little bit more traditional. They still have some clothes on, but like they don't, like Leo doesn't have shoulder pads anymore, and he doesn't have this weird like ancient type vest type thing that he made. That's gone. That's not there. They kind of tried to make them a little bit more traditional looking to what they looked like in the animated show and the comic books, but they still have that very large 7-foot distinctive look that they were going for with these versions of the Turtles, which I don't mind. I don't care that they're huge. It doesn't bother me one bit. Megan Fox is back as April O'Neil. Will Arnett is back as Vern, and Vern is an asshole in this movie because him and the Turtles and April came up with a plan that Vern was going to take all the credit because the Turtles can't be known of, or people, they can't know about them for their safety and everything. And then Vern's been going around for a while telling everybody that he was the one that took out Shredder and everything, and he's like popular and all this shit now. He's kind of a dick and a prick in this movie. Stephen Amell, I said in the last review, he got cast to play Casey Jones, and man, what a missed opportunity that was that they did in this movie. They cast Stephen Amell. He was in Arrow at the time of when this movie was being made. I think they were in like the 4th season of Arrow at the time. The dude is amazing at stunts and fighting and everything, and they totally underutilized his character and poorly wrote his character. They did not fully utilize him as an actor for this character. He had one fight scene in the movie with the stick and the hockey mask. That literally was it. Missed opportunity. That's one of the things I don't like about this movie. They totally whiffed on that one. Oh, they had a great guy cast to play him too. I remember when he got cast to play Casey Jones, I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be badass, because he kicks the shit out of people in Arrow. Like, I was like, he's going to make a great Casey Jones. And then they just totally, they didn't do his character justice at all in this movie. And it's not Steven's fault. It's the goddamn writer's fault. Tyler Perry plays Baxter Stockman, character from the comic books and the animated show. Awesome character to throw in here. That's the one thing, we finally get some of those characters that have been in the comic books and the freaking animated show. So Baxter, he basically is like Shredder's little scientist that like makes other mutant creatures and stuff like that, and that is a segue into Bebop and Rocksteady, everybody. And Sheamus, the wrestler, and Gary Anthony Williams got cast as Rocksteady and Bebop. And oh my god, they looked fantastic in this movie. And it was so cool to see the Turtles fighting Bebop and Rocksteady. That is correct. I thought they did a great job with them. The way they were written, the dialogue that they chose for the two of them, because they're stupid. They're quirky, they're stupid, they're dorks, but they still put up a good fight for the Turtles because one's a rhino and one's a freaking warthog, a pig. So, and they did a great job with the look and design of them and everything. And the same guy is back playing Shredder. Like I said in my last review, I am not going to try and pronounce that dude's name because I know I will murder it. And he's not in the mech suit in this movie at all. And honestly, he's not really in the movie that much. I feel like Shredder most definitely took a back seat in this movie, which is, I guess, kind of understandable because he can't really fight the Turtles unless he has a giant-ass mech suit. So, but I think he took a back seat because a lot of the focus was, well, in Krang was in the movie. Like, actual Dimension X Krang was in the freaking movie. And I like the look of the robot part that Krang is inside of the stomach because he's like this big brain looking thing with like little octopus tentacle things and everything. They did a good job with that part of him. They made him disgusting, vile. He's just all about himself and conquering. But the robot part, just, I felt like they went a little bit too far away from what he should have looked like. But it was really cool to see him on the big screen. It was really cool to see it. And the fight scene between him and the Turtles at the end of the movie is, it's good, it's entertaining. It's really cool because, like, the Technodrome, which is Krang's, like, ship, his warship, is coming piece by piece through this portal towards the end of the movie, and it's like getting put together in the sky and everything, and the Turtles fight him while that's all going on. Really cool sequence, like really cool action sequence. There's another action sequence in a river in an airplane over like in Africa with Bebop and Rocksteady and the Turtles at one point. Great action sequence. The movie has good action in it. But I feel like this one's just not quite as good as the one before it. It's just the story, the pacing. I feel like they added a few more characters than maybe the writers could handle flushing out. Because like they show Krang and everything a couple times, and it's really brief descriptions of like where he's from, what he's all about. It's like very brief, and then we get to see him at the end of the movie fight. But it just, and then Shredder was underutilized. Freaking Casey Jones was very underutilized, poorly used. Honestly, very poorly used. The Turtle Brothers were great. Splinter was like not utilized at all in the movie, and they made him look different too. He like got grayer hair and he had like dark blackish hair. I don't know. They changed the look of him, which I wasn't quite sure about. Megan Fox is she's just as good as she was as in the first one. And Will Arnett's Vern, he's a prick in the movie. So, but yeah, it's an okay follow-up sequel to the first reboot that came out 2 years before this. It's cool to see some of these characters finally on the live action big screen. It really was cool to see Baxter, Bebop, and Rocksteady. As soon as I saw those guys when they transformed, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So, but yeah, so it's a decent movie. It's entertaining, and I enjoy watching it. So I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10, everybody, for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. I hope you guys enjoyed that review. Thanks for watching, and I'll be catching you on the tube later because I have spoken.